And we're live. Hey, welcome, Internet. Welcome to Eat Like a Bear on YouTube this morning, where we are going to discuss the Project Hub of the Deep Den, what it looks like how buttoned up y'all need to be here in the Deep Den. And so they're already laughing. Okay, because I've invited the most buttoned up members of the entire community to represent and show you how seriously we take the Project Hub and all of that. So anyway, the thing is, we think a lot of you should come in and join us. Where are you?
Yeah.
And so we've been talking about so first of all, you should see us right here and see that we're like regular old people, and that I don't know, there might be a perfect person in here. Is there one? Just
I am.
Oh, Jackie. Okay, well, Jackie. Judy.
Jackie and Judy. I guess your name has to start with a J. Oh, wait, Jen's perfect too. All the J's.
Okay.
I was working towards perfection today because Judy has caught me on these when I hadn't even brushed my hair. And so I wanted to say that I have actually showered today and I brushed my hair. That's what I did. That's what I did.
Jackie's doing hers right now. And I put mine in a bun because that's easy.
Jackie has like a wet shower head right now, and she's brushing her hair for you. Okay. And so what it is the Project Hub in the Deep Den. So the Deep Den is a member-funded community. That means y'all pay to be in there, okay? Because I can't afford to just host it like for free because I just don't have deep pockets. My pockets are empty. Okay. So it's member-funded. And
I'm one of the things to pay that.
What's that?
I'm so happy to pay it.
Okay. But what is it that you're paying for in the project? The Project Hub is a newer element of the Deep Den, and it is. I feel like if everyone knew about it, we would be overrun because it is amazing. And so, and we can expand. We have a lot of room in here, a lot of opportunity, and we want you to come in. And we've gotten feedback that people are not joining us in the Deep Den and specifically in the Project Hubs because they feel like they need to like reach a level of perfection in their lives or like be like totally on track in order to come in and join us. And so that is not our culture at all. And our whole message is like, let's make today easier than yesterday by just trying to improve the things that we're doing. And so one of the things that we do is we get together daily in the Project Hub, which is going to start in 21 minutes in the Deep Den. If you remember, it's in the water cooler. It's at the top of the water cooler. It's a pinned post, and you just look through that and click the Zoom link, and you'll land in there. And if you don't want to be on camera at all, that's okay.
You can just do this.
Yeah.
And you can mute yourself.
Mm-hmm. But you can't mute each other.
That's great.
Right. Judy would like the power to mute everybody. I think that would be kind of funny, actually. But anyway, what we do, the structure of the Project Hubs is we just come together at the top of the hour and have a project. So for me, it's typically straightening, like cleaning the massive amounts of clutter in my house. And so we each go around like round robin style. Hey, I'm about to do the clutter in my house. Hey, I'm going to crochet some scarves or whatever it is. And then we set a timer, and typically about 45 minutes, and we all go off. And so you might see my screen empty like this because I'm cleaning the clutter in my house, hopefully, rather than sitting in front of the computer. And then we come back and then we say, hey, yeah, I actually picked up, 10 pieces of clutter. Good for me, because I otherwise would have picked up none. And sometimes then, we also continue conversations. And if we end up with Brenda here this morning, she talked about like a memorable conversation where they were talking about loose skin. So anyway, we'll get onto that in a minute, but I wanted to give everyone a chance here to reinforce our message for all of you about maybe you don't have to be perfect to join this little community. Okay. So Judy, what do you have for us this morning?
Oh man, here's a first. I'm speechless. I'm better at chiming in on everybody else's. What do I have going this morning? Well, I've got
Brenda.
yay, Brenda. I want Brenda to tell me when I get loose skin what I'm going to do with it.
Okay. Judy's looking forward to the problem. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, Virginia, what do you have for us on the topic of you don't have to be perfect to be in here in our project hubs?
So I just celebrated my 3-year Bearversary, so I should be perfect, right?
Sure.
Nope. So one of the things I've talked about is letting go of whatever's behind me and moving forward. And I think every one of us just should do that every single day. And I had this, I don't know, it wasn't really an epiphany. Like I knew this, but I gained last week, even though I thought I had a good week in terms of like, staying on track. I gained. And then I went, duh. I'm eating a half an avocado. So I Googled like how many calories in a half an avocado. It's 160 calories times 7. No wonder I gained. So then I had that, like had to say to myself and others like, oh, it's those extra things. And so I posted that. And, Amanda was like, yeah, I said that in my book. And I'm like, I know you did. So no, I mean, none of us are perfect, but I really appreciate the looking forward aspect.
I've been at a stall and I've decided after reading what you said, Virginia, that I'm eating too much beef. I'm not, and it's laziness because I haven't prepared chicken to throw into my meals.
Into
So
the
that's something I'm going to work on this week and see if it doesn't
good.
crash that barrier that seems.
Yeah, I also realized that my husband, I have a little thing where he likes pepper and red pepper, and I use pepitas on his salad. And I just, sprinkle, but it's probably, I don't know, at least a tablespoon. Now I need to Google how many calories. And every once in a while, I just, throw those on my salad too. And it's like every little thing has a calorie. It really does. And it really matters. And so if you're wondering, why am I gaining? Why am I in a stall? Why did I stay the same this week? Those are some of the things to look at. And I think it's 3 years. I should be here and I'm not. So
the other thing to look at though is, are you under any stress? Because stress increases cortisol, it increases water gain, it increases a lot of things. So it's like if you're under a very stressful situation, you're bloody well going to gain weight but that weight comes off easily. Fortunately, you just get rid of the stress, you get rid of the weight.
Take a gun and pow.
And it has been a stressful week, so I can agree to that as well.
Yeah. But these are the kind of things that come up before we go off and pick up 10 pieces of clutter.
I also want to say that sometimes in the beginning of the hub, so we will talk for like maybe 15 minutes before we go do whatever we're going to do. And I use that time. I get on the treadmill sometimes, and that just like the time just disappears. And before you know it, I've walked for 15 minutes, which is kind of what I would like to do every single day. And that it just happens while we're all sitting here talking like this.
Mm-hmm.
And
now that I've discovered I can do this on my phone, look out.
Freedom.
They get me out of my chair.
Yeah. Take it with you.
I have found the hub to be a lifesaver, a lifeline for myself.
Mhm.
And I am definitely, it's taken me a long time to get out of the starting gate. And, I have my reasons for all of that. But having this resource here to come on and to this Zoom meeting and talk to real people that are going through the same things that I'm going through and getting all kinds of great advice. And it helps to keep me on track. And it helps a great deal. And sometimes we have these in-depth conversations that are like gifts from God or something,
Yeah.
that, the things that have made us overweight to begin with. And um, and that is a priceless gift. You cannot get that just being on your own, trying to grind through. This is a great place for somebody to hook up with people all across the nation from different walks of life. And but we all have this commonality of, why we all got overweight, and we're all trying to lose this weight. And it is like such a strength for all of us. And also I've been using the hub for my project has been my body, which is, I have not been good about getting exercise and walking and all of that sort of thing. So I have been using it to do some bit of exercise as my body is able to do it. And I've been trying to come every single day. It is available 7 days a week. And um, what a great thing that has been for me. Um, and it's like I have buddies going with me to the gym or going for a walk with me, even though I don't do it on my phone. I do this on my computer, but I feel like you all are with me when I'm doing that exercise. And that is a great thing all in itself, too.
Mhm.
I like the fact that the connection, every day having that connection, you don't feel so alone. It's not like, and you also can get, if you're like in a bad headspace, getting with everybody really helps you get out of that headspace and get back on the ball. If you wake up in the morning and you're just feeling drudgery or you're feeling something, and then you look forward to the fact that you're going to be at the hub, then you say, well, what can I do to get in a better mindset to be ready for the hub? I find my pre-hubbing the hub every day. I'll do my dishes before the hub so I have more time to, do something else during the hub. And so, yeah. And
Yeah, I think that that's what it's what I'm enjoying so much about it is like, I don't care how bad of a day you're coming or you're having. Once you get there and everything, you see all these smiling faces and everything else. Well, how are you doing? And all of that. And the whole hour can be spent either laughing hysterically at each other or crying together, getting each other through something, or getting into a really, really deep, deep discussion. And you're in a safe place where it's not going any further. And you can talk about anything and everything. And you can do it in your jammies if you want to do it in your jammies, so you don't have to be perfect. And it's just a great place. I'm loving every minute of it.
Yep.
Well, and the other thing that needs to be said is that link is there. And if Georgia, if I felt like I needed to talk to you specifically about something, you and I could set up a time. We can set up times to form other groups. And because this time slot may not be the best for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think as we grow in the hub, that we're going to find some
different
more compatible time slots for us.
Right.
Right.
I want to repeat what you just said, Judy, because I want to make sure everybody understands that the hub is there open, like it's an open Zoom all the time. We just happen to go in at this specific time every single day, but all it takes is one other person with you in there to have a hub. And if you are somebody who works all day and you can't go in until 7 p.m. at night, and you find one or even two other people who say, yeah, I'll meet you there at 7, you're good to go. You don't have to do it. There's no other hoops to jump through but clicking on that link. I love that
Yeah,
about it.
I think I was having a really bad day one day, and it was either you, Virginia, or Teresa said, George, I'm available. You want to meet over in the hub at 8 o'clock? And I was out of pocket at the time, but I would have if I would have been home. So you have that connection that if you need to talk to somebody personally, message them and see if you can get together. It's open all the time. So
It's fabulous in that respect. That was brilliant to do it that way.
And I almost feel like that's a bonus for what I pay every month
Oh,
to
yeah.
be in the Deep Hub. That's
Right.
that's bonus attention.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hi,
it's well
Lana.
worth it.
Georgia.
Hi,
Hi,
Lana.
everybody.
Lana found her way
Lana.
in here. And also, I want to put a comment up, Patty's comment. So Patty is often in with us lately. Lately, Patty has started joining us, but we only see a photo of her dog. And so, and she's like being quiet from her husband. And so she's like with earphones or whatever else. And the point is she's working it out to join us and has become like a key part of this community, even though we're only seeing her dog. So she says, even though I'm still hiding in the hub behind my dog, I am not hiding the reality of where I am in this process. So yeah, and she's
Yay.
been very active with us. So
Yay,
yeah,
Patty.
yeah.
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 There's lots of ways you can participate. You can participate through the chat. You can participate with your camera off. You can participate with your camera and your microphone off and just listen.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can be like those of us you see on screen and actually talk
Wild.
nonstop.
And even if you're off screen without your video or your mic, you can text
Yes.
to everyone.
The chat.
So you can
To the
still be a
chat.
part of the chat. You just are not talking or being seen, but you
Right.
can type
Yeah.
and we can still interact with you.
I love it. And I think that that's what made Patty just come in and say that is that, we've all kind of seen her and made her feel part of this group, even if she's behind the scenes, if you call it, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
she knows what we look like, but we don't have a clue what Patty looks like.
That's true.
Incognito.
She's incognito. Maybe
Yeah.
she's a
Yes.
movie star.
And so our regular daily Project Hub meets now in 7 minutes. And Judy just was sure that there's no way we could keep this short enough and get there on time, but we're gonna do that.
But you realize we did not talk about the subject that you were bound to determine we were going to talk about for
Well,
35 minutes.
that's why I feel like in these last 6 minutes, we need to like
Address
come
it.
around and actually talk about the loose skin, since that's what we promised. And so the point with this, and to even yes, and to even bringing up this topic, yeah, okay, is that a lot of times in the Project Hubs, these things come up. And so like it was all originally about like, it all started around Thanksgiving, like let's clean our houses up for the holidays or whatever else, or work on holiday crafts. But then it's kind of gradually changed over time. And as we've gotten in and known each other better, things come up, and things come up like the loose skin discussion. So it came up the other day with Brenda, and Brenda was giving some advice. So Brenda, can you take a minute or two to summarize some of the advice you gave the other day?
Okay. One is that as I lose, I've lost over 100, and the belly deflates, but you end up with a flap that's skin against skin. And moisture is your enemy, really. And if you get an infection under there, you're in trouble. So I have these nice absorptive pads that I got after my hysterectomy. And I got some more of them, and I put them under the fold to absorb the sweat. And then another thing I did was I got some shaping shorts. No, I won't tell you what kind, because it took them 6 months to get here. And they're really good, but I don't recommend them. But you pull them up, you get them smaller than you, so that when you pull them up, they hold your belly up. It doesn't make you look skinnier, but it makes the skin not be against the skin so much. I believe it was Virginia. Who was it that mentioned the coconut oil?
That
Jackie.
was
Jackie.
Becky Patty.
Patty.
Yeah.
Okay. She said that the coconut oil, if you put it under there, it'll also keep you from rashing, and it'll keep you from
It wicks the
other
moisture.
issues.
it's
Yeah.
antibacterial, antimicrobial. I'm the one who said, I swear by cornstarch. I use it on my husband every day. And Brenda was like, I can't do cornstarch because of the texture, which is fine. But the fact is, there are lots of solutions for everyone, and you can take what you like and leave the rest. But I swear by cornstarch. And a couple people mentioned like Desitin or A&D ointments.
Yeah, I
Those
use
kind of
A&D.
Yeah.
A&D ointment has
Jen.
always been perfect for me.
Jackie has a video of ways she dealt with it, which was what I watched, which was excellent. And that's what gave me a lot of my points. She used a backwards belly, pregnancy belly belt.
Maternity support.
Yes, to help her. And then I used the shaping shorts to keep my belly up. What was the other one that was mentioned the other day for support? The pregnancy belly one. That's the one. The one to help support your pregnancy belly. That is, I guess, a strap that you wear that helps also. I don't know. They've got a lot of different devices. The idea is to find the thing that works for you, because for people who are coming from a really heavy weight, like I was coming from a really heavy weight, you will get a flap. It will happen. But I would rather have a flap than have the fat, you know, because I have to do extra things to take care of that, but I can walk and I can do other things now that I couldn't do when I was fat enough that I didn't have to worry about it. So that's my 2 cents.
And
You
also,
extended-
Amanda has a good video on loose skin. So make sure if you haven't seen it, that you go find it.
Yeah, on this YouTube channel, I have a video about loose skin. I started at 280, and so I don't have the apron that you see sometimes. And I was 48 years old, and so age, all these factors matter. But yeah, I do have a video on it. But Lana, you wanted to say something.
I was just going to say that the extended fasting, the autophagy, that helps with getting rid of the extra skin also.
Mhm.
Yeah. There is just multiple factors, but yeah, your starting weight is or your high weight is going to be the biggest, because it's like the balloon, like the more it stretches, like that whole pop a balloon and then see how shrivelly it is or whatever. The more like shrivelly and such depends on how big you actually blow the balloon up to start with. It's the same with skin.
That's what my belly looks like.
Yes,
Plus,
mine too.
different areas get affected in different ways. I do the extended fasting, and my chin went first. My arms are shrinking. I had the folds on the inner thighs. Those went away. My belly's like last. My bottom is shrinking. That's fine. But my belly seems to be the stubborn one. But you'll notice it's like you can just watch things shrinking, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also, Brenda, you're diabetic, correct? And the belly that's a big sign of diabetes, is that belly. And so that's probably why you're more resistant in that area than.
Plus,
maybe
I've
some
been
people.
shooting insulin in my belly since 1983.
Right. So yeah, that explains a lot for you.
I'm not anymore, though.
Yay!
I'm on insulin. I went from almost 200 units of insulin a day to 0. So
Awesome.
Okay, well, it is time for the Project Hub. And Bronwyn has been asking where to get the invitation to join the Deep Den. You guys, the links are all over the community right now because it's open until Friday. And the reason for that is we just like to kind of open in cohorts, and then we're just in there like doing our thing. And so this is a great time to join. We're going to do a big push in June, like really, basically being pretty strict and focused and like crushing it. We all have like big goals for April of 2024. So this is giving us that, we have months ahead of us to just completely focus and crush it. And that is what we're doing. And if you don't join the Deep Den, do all that anyway. Go crush it, okay? But if you would like this extra support, it's here. And so this was just our little demonstration of what the Project Hub looks like. And and Judy predicted this 100% that we're now 1 minute late to it. Okay, and so everyone,
Here we go.
if you're
Bye,
if,
everybody. Come join
I'm
us.
leaving.
Come and
if you
see us.
remember if you remember they're all leaving. If you remember in the Deep Den, go to the water cooler. The pinned post at the top will show you how to then get in and join us like this very minute. Join these ladies. I'm about to put on makeup and run out. So I will see you all soon. Okay. Bye-bye. I love you guys.
Everybody.
Take care,
Love
everybody.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.